Sam here, and I'll be doing the free video for Friday, August 12th, 2022. So we're going to build on the video from last week. In last week's video, I shared a formula that you see on your screen right now. I affectionately call it the high beta shit index, and basically, if you can zoom in on the tickers at the top, but it's kind of the bottom of the barrel in terms of the market, as if you couldn't tell by the way that this chart looks over here, right? This is that's destruction, right? So we were looking at this last week, and I told you guys there were some signals here in this index, looking at all of these stocks as a basket, and understanding that this is kind of the most shorted stuff in the market, that was telling me that the market was ready for a pretty big short squeeze, specifically in the bottom of the barrel stocks that look like this. So even if your favorite stock is not in this index, as long as it looks like this on a weekly time frame, so something like ARK, Shop, PayPal, Square, Docu, you know the names. As long as it looks like this, it should move with this chart. And I told you guys last week to come back and check my work this week to see how that idea treated you. And you can see here that it doesn't look like a lot because this chart is so destroyed, but it actually had a pretty big move, and it was up almost 3% today. If you look at things like Carvana, they're up like 100%. There's a lot of things off the lows, especially in this high beta basket, that are up 20, 30, 40, 50%, right? So the question is, how much more is left? I think there's quite a bit more left in this. The reason being is I'm looking right here at this previous support level, and that comes in right around 40. So there's probably another 10% at least in these names as a basket. Individually, some might even have bigger moves than that. If you look at the 3-day squeeze, which is over here on the far left, you see that 3-day squeeze? That is completely active. That hasn't even fired yet. And I haven't run a retracement here, but if you were to run a retracement from high to low, your 50% mark is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like right here. So what does it all mean? Well, it's a continuation of the idea from last week. So I think we want to continue to focus on, even though you're going to have to kind of hold your nose and do it, because most of us, we prefer trading higher quality stuff. Although you could just probably go out there and buy Apple too, and that certainly fits the narrative in a much safer way. But the trade here just remains the same. It's going to be the Shops of the world, the ARKs of the world. I would actually just give you ARK as a catch-all for everything. But the real tell is just pull up a chart. If it looks like this on the weekly time frame, it qualifies for this idea. So shorts here should be ready to be getting squeezed even more. I still think there's about 40 days left until the next Fed meeting. So that basically just gives a clear runway for the FOMO and the euphoria and the short squeezes to continue. And I think you want to stay focused in these types of names. I think you want to do it with out-of-the-money calls. Smaller size, but risk the debit paid, with out-of-the-money calls out till September. And if the squeeze here plays out in the next week or two, you should be in a good place to see some big moves in these high short interest stocks. All right, guys. Well, a little bit of a flashback to last week, but I did tell you we were going to come back and you could check my work, and I'll tell you the same thing this week. We'll come back next week. We'll check our work. We'll keep an eye on this dynamic. And if you understand basically what we're saying, you can go out there and buy anything that looks like this. And frankly, if these stocks squeeze, these are the bottom of the barrel stocks, then the higher quality stocks like Apple, Tesla, they're going to do the thing too. But if you want the real outperformance, look towards charts that look like this. All right, guys. See you next Friday. Cheers. Hey, guys. This is Sam, and I'm the Director of Equities at Simpler Trading. I want to thank you for watching this video. And before you go somewhere else on the YouTube, I'd like to ask that you comment and like the video. It really does help us out with the algorithm and getting the message out to more folks who like to see our content. Also, be sure to click the bell notification and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss anything that comes out. If you want to watch us trade in real time using our own money, come over to simplertrading.com and learn how to sign up. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you for the next video. Cheers.